green. I'm red, right? Hairball? Yep. Hairball? Should be live. Are we?
Yeah.
Fire it up, bro. Here we go.
Set us off, Sass.
Come on.
Don't play.
There it is. Pick up your sticks, kid.
Pick up your sticks, kid.
Hello, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Fire it up, bro. Here we
Are we live?
See?
Pick up
your sticks, kid. Pick your sticks, kid.
All right, we're good. Welcome back to Son of a Boy Dad podcast. Today it is January 3rd. It is 3 p.m. We are live from HQ4.
Bruh. And the Epstein flight logs are about to drop any second.
Yeah, are they dropping? Because I keep hearing that they're going to drop.
I'm at the point now where I'm going to be disappointed if my name's not on there.
I think you have to be on there.
I got a shot, right?
You were saying in tomorrow's episode that you had a friend that had a private jet.
Oh, I did. Yep.
You said you had an affluent New York banker friend that had a...
I had to turn down a private jet trip over the holiday, over the break.
To where?
The Bahamas. It was Harbor Island.
Oh, God.
Have you heard of that place?
No.
It's supposed to be nice.
You couldn't
Someone
go?
offered us a ride on a jet, and we turned it down because lodging would have cost, for 4 nights, it would have cost us $3,000. And I had to tell this person, we can't come because of $3,000, which would have been about, I would think, 4 minutes of flight time.
Damn.
That's insane.
Telling someone, I should have lied, but I just felt like being honest.
You told him the dead honest truth?
Well, I was almost worried that this guy was going to be like, we'll just cover it. And then I would have had to be like, no, I can't let you do that as a man. But I would have.
That's pretty fucking sweet that he was even offering to put you on a big jet plane.
Dude, out of nowhere, man. Private jets have just sort of become, they're just happening. I don't know where this happened. It's not really a thing in my life. And then all of a sudden.
I talked to a dude on New Year's that was like, I just bought a plane with 3 of my buddies, a 6-seater plane, and like I just fly it around. It's like my new hobby. It's like, what world are we fucking living in that dudes are just copping planes casually?
It's crazy. Planes are really ridiculous, man. Private jets.
Sorry, I'm just trying to promote this.
Yeah, this is the biggest sass bait conversation ever, and you're not taking any of the bait.
I was trying to promote the show. Sorry, I fucking care about it.
Well, we're done with that. We locked that up.
What's going on with the Epstein flight logs? Are they actually ever going to put it out? Is Jimmy Kimmel a pedophile? Yeah, but it's been supposed to be coming out for weeks. Jack Mack
said that Kimmel is not on it.
Okay, that's interesting.
He would know.
Me and Mook were playing video games last night, and we were cracking up over. You guys have seen Succession, right?
Yes.
You know how when the whole cruise thing is happening and they're throwing Tom to the dogs and they're like, he's gonna have to take the fall for us and go to jail.
Yeah, of course.
And we were talking about how the Epstein flight logs, they only really need like one big person to be like, for people to be like, holy shit, that's crazy. And we were saying it would be so fucking funny if they released a list and it was the only person on the list was Jimmy Kimmel. It was 700 times. And they were like, Epstein honestly didn't really even know what was going on. It was mostly Kimmel behind it.
Kimmel just wanted to, he was using it as his own personal charter jet like Taylor Swift. Yeah. He directly made a hole in the ozone layer because of how voracious his appetite for pedophilia was.
Epstein, there's like they released tapes and Epstein's like, I was actually a huge Kimmel fan. That's why I invited him out to the island initially.
I tried to get Corolla to come. Yeah. I tried to get the original Man Show cast out there.
Next thing I know, he's fucking kids. Like, Kimmel, what the hell's going on, guy?
He asked if he could bring some of his friends. I didn't realize it was a junior high school class.
You're supposed to be doing comedy for us, not fucking kids. That would be so funny, dude, if he's making those tweets being like, I had nothing to do with the Epstein flights, and then it's just fucking Jimmy Kimmel, 700 flights. Only him.
He was just running up and down the aisles of the private plane, completely alone. Like Bill Clinton's like, what the fuck is he doing?
Here's a question.
They're having like interventions for Jimmy Kimmel.
You need to get together. Stop fucking these kids. Kevin Spacey's like the voice of reason. This has gone too far, Jimmy.
Epstein actually tried to stop him.
There had to have been people that went on the plane and got down there and were like, oh, whoa, this is weird.
Yeah.
But you can't really leave.
No, I'm sure once they're there, they're like, you're fucking kids or we're killing you.
Can we get the Wi-Fi password, Jeffrey? Yeah. We want to call our own plane home.
They can't get
This is
off
Fox.
the
Jeffrey, this is Fox.
What are they going to swim to the nearest commercial airport?
That's what I would have done.
Do you see what Jimmy Kimmel's doing with these kids? This is fucked, Jeffrey. Let us go.
Jeffrey,
I feel like that's how Bill...
bring my family out here and you're fucking kids. What the hell's going on here?
You said there was going to be a barbecue, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
I thought we're gonna play wiffle ball with your secretaries and office workers.
I'm here to spend a weekend on Little St. James Island, not to be fucking kids.
I feel like that's how Bill Gates must have been. Because he was definitely on it, but him just getting out there and just being like nerdily, like in the corner, like I guess I'll fuck a kid.
I could see Bill Gates out there just like not even like zoning out, just
I
like
could see
sitting in
him
a corner,
going
like,
into a room
playing
with one of the
spike ball.
kids and being like, "We're gonna make sounds, but we're not actually gonna do it."
Yeah.
I could see him.
I got your back, and by the way, here's a free laptop.
I could see him going into a room and just being like, check out the new Xbox Series X.
I could see him not being able to seal the deal, like having a kid and fucking like not knowing what to do, going into the room, just like not knowing how to make a move, and the kid's like weirded out.
Yeah,
like,
Look away! Look away!
this guy's a fucking.
He's
weirdo.
not able to get it
Turn
up.
the air conditioning
hard.
down.
He's scrambling around looking for his blue chew in his pocket.
Cut
He
the
has
fan.
one individual blue chew.
He like drops it down a grate. Like,
Oh no!
I'll be back. I just have to get down this grate. Lowering himself down the grate. Oh man,
That's good shit.
I know that it's fucking true too. There's no way that that he had any riz for the kids.
I have a feeling the list is going to come out and it's just going to be all like fucking like rich lawyers or some shit that no one knows. It's
Alan
not gonna be,
Dershowitz.
yeah, it's not going to be what we want. It's not going to be what we're looking for. It's not going to be like fucking Obama and Oprah. And I don't even think Bill Clinton's going to be on any list. I don't think there's any way the U.S. government's going to allow them to publish a list with a former president being like fucking kids on it.
So Trump, what about Trump though? Because I'm already seeing a million tweets where like Joe Biden had 81 million votes in the election and was on the flight log 0 times. Donald Trump had 74 million votes and was on the flight log 6 times. Like it's an electoral college vote, which is really how we should determine the election.
Based on who fucked kids less.
Who had the most state by state? Who had the least kids fucked?
Oh,
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Did I tell you guys that I'm reading Some People Need Killing, which is about Roberto Duterte's killing program of the drug dealers in the Philippines?
Oh, dude, that is super interesting. That dude Duterte is one of the most interesting human beings alive.
Dude,
in
when
that he's probably like a bad guy.
Yeah, he's a bad guy, but when he left office, his approval rate, popularity was like 86%, and the country still loves him.
Like there's stories about him riding up on the back of a motorcycle and mowing people down who were drug dealers.
Yeah.
This is the leader of their country.
Democratically elected
Of what
president
country?
of the Philippines.
That's badass.
He's a huge motorcycle guy. His whole thing was like, I'm going to kill everyone who does drugs.
But that's how it used to be. It used to be like the president would be on the front lines fucking fighting.
I think you're thinking of kings.
Yeah, maybe. But that's how it should be. Like Joe Biden should be in Afghanistan.
Yeah, but I always
He
wondered.
should be in Kensington being like, get that fucking needle out of your arm.
I always
you should be
wondered
patrolling the streets. If you should be like a hall monitor walking down the streets of New York City.
You always wonder what, Francis?
I wondered in medieval times when kings would fight on the front lines, the hassle when they would just get hit by like a stray arrow and die.
Totally.
Of saying like, oh God, now we need to change the
Everything.
regime.
Yeah, that would be a
Maybe we should
massive
have had
pain
him like
in the
in the
ass.
third row.
Yeah,
I don't think
maybe
anyone
not
would have
front and center.
We wouldn't have lost respect if he was in the third row. At least he's here. We can hear him. You
Just
know?
because Genghis Khan wanted to fucking wave the flag and fucking march into the breach.
I like how it's like they have him like front and center. It's like a Wes Anderson movie, just dead symmetrical center.
No one
It's like
around him.
Everyone is aiming for him.
You know, he can do the speech before the charge where he runs along with his sword clapping the spears of everybody in the front, but just give him a slower horse so that everyone can get a little ahead.
Imagine if like the fat fuck leaders of time had to, like if Winston Churchill had to be on like in Valensole Like if Winston Churchill was in like the Battle of the Bulge having to fight, how easy he would be to kill. Just like a fat alcoholic 65-year-old.
Well, because it would be like everyone would be going for that's like, oh shit, all we got to do is kill that guy and the war is over.
You'd pick him out.
Yeah. Like if Hitler was on the front lines, the war would have ended so much earlier than it did.
That's true.
Because everyone would just be like sniping him.
Maybe he was a great soldier, though.
Could have been.
Maybe he was just like John Wick. Hitler's just fucking like untouchable.
Who was the last like leader of a country? I guess that dude in the Philippines to fucking like be on the front lines doing shit.
That to say he was on the front lines. I'm halfway through the book, but I think to Ron's point, you know, they were going house to house with these death squads, knocking on the door, and someone would open the door, and it was like, "Are you Dave Johnson?"
Yeah.
And they were like, "Yeah," and they just shoot him. And it's like, because we heard from your neighbor that you smoked a joint once.
Yeah, that's a rough way to go out.
And it definitely wasn't hard to find Dave Johnson in the Philippines.
No.
That guy stayed too long on his Habitat for Humanity trip.
Yeah.
Picking out Dave Johnson out of a lineup in the Philippines has got to be pretty fucking easy.
Everybody walks in and it's like 5'3", 6 foot white guy.
Yeah.
Are you Manny Pacquiao?
Yeah.
Dude, no.
No, I'm not Dave Johnson. You got me mixed up for another dude.
It's another white guy. But I was watching a translation of Filipino battle rap because I just saw the stats. The Philippines has 44 battle raps that are over 10 million views, as opposed to like 3 from all the rest of the world. What? Filipino battle rap culture is fucking massive. They sell out the same stadium they had the Thrilla in Manila.
Oh my god!
But some of the quotes from the battle rap are like, they're basically talking about like it was directly translated to like the Duterte's oppressive drug regime or some shit like that. So it's still like a hot button issue that everyone's talking about in the streets.
Yeah, they know about it, but he's very, you know, someone made the point to me recently. They were like, people love dictators. They love them.
Yeah. Why?
Because it's power, it's leadership, it's I can say anything. This guy Duterte, he says like fuck all the time on TV.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking kill the people. I'm gonna kill people.
Yeah, I guess there's no censorship if you're a dictator. They can't be like, no cursing.
He makes rape jokes. He says whatever he fucking wants.
So he's like a goat podcaster.
And people love it.
It sounds like if he would kill in Brooklyn.
Sounds like a goat edgelord. Oh man,
Skankfest.
What is his what's the book like? What's their kind of opinion on him?
It's written by a trauma journalist who was there covering all the killings during the war, the drug war.
If I was Duterte, how do you say it? Duterte?
Duterte. I don't actually know how to.
If I was Duterte, I'm killing the trauma journalist.
Well, that's part of the problem. I think she's still there now, but
she's still in the Philippines. Dude, she already wrote the book. Get the fuck out.
I know.
I'd be like hitting send on that to the editor while in the air.
Yeah, I get the sense that this goes. I'm in his first year of his presidency.
I think it's going to go poorly.
Well, I think he starts becoming a little less selective about who he's killing.
He just starts killing. He's always got the hunger.
I think he might get into political dissidents and journalists who speak against him, etc.
So maybe this book winds up with the author being dead.
As far as I know, she's still alive.
It's like the McConkie documentary. He's alive at the beginning, and then, or what's the other one? The Alpinist. At the end of it, he just winds up dead.
Yeah, that was. I've never had a plot twist like that in a documentary before.
Where he's just there the whole time.
Never once assumed that, like, even considered the idea of him being dead.
Yeah.
Because usually when they make those documentaries, like, what was the other one with the other dude that was a free climber like that?
Free Solo.
Free
Alex
Solo.
Honnold.
Yeah, Alex. Yeah, you never assume that he's gonna be dead. Yeah. He also died in like he didn't even die climbing. He died in an avalanche.
Yeah, he died because he was doing drugs in the Philippines.
Yeah,
it was an avalanche of cocaine, and then Duterte kicked down the door like Rambo, and fucking mowed it down. Are you worried about the sound, brother?
I am, yes.
Are you getting comments that are saying the sounds?
Well, it's like because you get the combination of people who are just like trying to do what they do to Jerry with like sounds in Spanish, which obviously the sound is not in Spanish.
¿Por qué no?
But then like then the people that really throw me off is the people who like are actually serious. Like, can Newell's not hear? And they obviously know I'm worried about the sound because I keep on putting my phone up to my ear.
Yeah,
listen,
stop.
Have a heart, people.
First off, stop both of you. I feel like I'm separating two
Poor
warring
hairball.
toddlers.
Yeah,
you guys cut it out and you fucking put your phone down.
Well, it's just you got to worry about it because you know you don't want it to. This is more for you guys. I'm more just the.
Let's hope for the best and prepare for the worst.
Yeah, but then when the actual worst happens, it gets very uncomfortable.
We'll blame Pete.
Let's put that phone down and join us.
I'm more just watching the video just to make sure that it runs smoothly.
Got that there.
But that is no indication if it runs smoothly or not because that's on the laptop.
Gotcha.
We haven't done the live from here in a while, so you know you got to be.
You think that people love dictators because they're just like in an abusive relationship with them and they don't know that they're being dictated? They don't know that they're taking dict?
I'm sure like the first 3 months of a dictator is like unreal. Everyone is like, dude, this guy is the man. Like he's just killing all the drug dealers.
He's chopping off everyone's hands.
This is awesome.
This is fucking incredible.
I haven't seen a drug dealer in a while.
Yeah. And then eventually you go, you know what I'd like to do right now?
Some
Smoke
drugs.
a little joint. Yeah.
I haven't been able to get any drugs. Has anyone else not been able to get any drugs, but they're just random hands chopped off in the street?
Oh, man.
Yeah. The dictator thing is interesting because I think what it is like it's always the guy who's like, I'm not a politician. I'm a regular guy, but I'm going to do things my way.
And he wears like a bandana, and you're like, holy fuck.
Yeah, and he's not doing that politician thing of like being careful about what he says. Just comes out and he says like, I'm going to fucking
grab her by the pussy.
I'm going to do this.
But so with a dictator is, I guess the only way that they can really be stopped is if they're overthrown, right? And they're murdered by the people. Like, how do you stop? Like, they don't vote in a new dictator. I think
traditionally the U.S. sends in a banana republic.
Caden Chaps.
Yeah.
Banana republic.
They put a banana republic in the downtown, and that changes everything.
Yeah, that honestly makes sense. Throw a Starbucks in there. And people were like, why didn't fucking Duntarde give us one of these? I'm starting to feel like he's not looking out for us as much as he could be.
You just get addicted to fucking frappuccinos and you're like, wait a second, this is better than drugs and stronger.
Yeah.
You just start getting pharmaceutical commercials on your
Miller
TV. Yeah.
Or you get a medical marijuana facility.
Yeah. Someone smuggles in a single Michelob Ultra.
The Sackler family comes in and fucking revolutionizes the country.
Duntarde could have definitely given us these before, but he's starting to feel like he's not looking out for our best interest.
And dictators are definitely on the most drugs. Like if anyone's getting fucked up, it's like Joseph Kony.
Yeah. Wasn't Hitler taking like ridiculous amounts of amphetamines?
Yeah, that was
everything.
Meth.
Testosterone, fucking definitely had the craziest wine collection.
Oh yeah.
Definitely was like an absolute booze hound.
Oh yeah, because doesn't that happen in Band of Brothers when they go to when they're in Germany? Don't they?
Was that his collection?
It was one of the it was some Nazi
Nick's?
Leader connect collection.
Yeah, it's someone else.
Yeah, and they had like
Nick's go in and take his pick.
Yeah.
I actually always had dreams of being allowed to do that myself.
That scene was pretty cool.
It's like the Matrix when he says I need guns, lots of guns. Instead, it's wine and brandy and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I'd start in that situation. If you just had all of the best wine in the world, like I don't even know what the fuck I'd look for.
I'd need a lot of time because I'll tell you what, I stopped at the New Hampshire State Discount Liquor Store.
Oh, those things are fucking
on the way
massive.
back from Maine, and I needed a lot of time.
Yeah, those are fucking. I remember I used to go to Maine with one of my friends when I was a kid, and their parents would stop at one of those big, the red ones. They're like they're barns.
There's no sales tax.
Yeah, and they're fucking huge.
Yeah,
and they would be in there for like an hour just buying a shit ton of stuff for the week.
Yep.
We gotta go up to Maine, dude. Let's go to Maine. I feel like it's an approachable. It's a Portland that we could get to.
Yeah. Really good food scene in Portland. Really
and plus
fun.
the LL Bean store.
I would kill to go to that LL Bean store.
You'd love it, dude.
Yeah,
oh my god, there's a live trout pond in the center.
They opened
do
up
fishing demonstrations over there.
That's awesome. Do they do
you
like?
really
do they
like the trout demonstration?
So I know in like Bass Pro Shops they have some stuff like that where you can like test lures.
Not like this.
Is that what it's for though? Is it for testing
No,
flies?
it's to teach people how to fly fish.
Oh,
To
interesting.
show you how to cast and catch and reel and all that.
Oof, imagine being one of those bass in captivity and a fucking 8-year-old with like snotty fingers is trying to fucking catch you for the
Well, I
first
think
time.
what they typically do in those when they're like testing out lures is they don't put a hook on it.
So how do you know if you catch
Because you
it?
can see the fish. Like there's like it's like an aquarium.
And so you just yank it around a little
You
bit?
can yank it around, then you see if the fish bites it. But I mean, they're always gonna. If you have one bass in a fucking cage and someone drops something into it, they're gonna take it every single time.
what I
How do you reel it in if there's no hook?
You don't reel it in. It's just more showing if the lure works. or
No,
not.
they're reeling them in
In really
inside the pond.
in LL Bean.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Especially
be
because
honest
people are
with
like
you.
really protective about trout.
I'm not 100% sure that what I just said is true.
Yeah, that would be pretty surprising if they were just letting people hook the same trout repeatedly in LL Bean.
Yeah,
that
those trout's mouths are going to look like a bad teenager.
Yeah,
So many piercings.
that feels like pretty. That PETA would be on top of that.
Yeah.
If LL Bean was just there's just one trout just getting hooked 70 times a day.
I saw some PETA protesters outside of a fur store on Newbury Street in Boston chanting about it.
Yeah.
And it made me want to go into the store more.
And buy a fur.
Really did.
Yeah, or at least eat a fucking fat steak out front of her.
What are they saying here, Ball?
Nothing.
You're just looking at us.
double-checking.
You're just seeing us.
I'm just checking us out.
You're going to need to get out of here and focus on what we're
Why did you only
about.
get 20 minutes into Sam Talent special?
I was wondering the same thing.
I didn't.
Why
I
is
got
it,
like
no, I
30
see where the
minutes
red
in.
bar is.
I saw where the
That
red
dude,
bar was.
I mean, Francis, you would say that's a good special if you're getting that far into it now.
No
I
way.
watched the whole
finished
thing.
You
every
watched
because I
special.
like him.
specials?
He's a friend of
Yes.
the program.
But I've seen his stand up 1,000 times.
No, you haven't seen it polished
Not a
like
special.
that.
Yes,
and
I
plus,
have.
he benefits
You
from
owe
that.
him the honor of letting it run at the very least to the very end.
All right.
Sam, dude, I'm sorry, bro. You came on this show.
Sam,
I didn't see either
we
of you
read
guys
your
promote
book.
Sam Talent special.
my favorite
Ron,
part of
friend
your
of the
special
podcast, and you
was the
didn't.
last
He's a friend of the
half.
podcast. I'm trying to promote it right now.
Yeah,
I
we're
promoted
promoting
it. I promoted the hell out of it. I
Check
said
it out.
Sam is absolutely hysterical. Go listen to his special.
I watched the first bit about the trans people
Yes.
being finally a dude who gets it. So funny.
He's really fucking funny.
It's a classic. It's an instant classic is how I'm calling it. But I finish every stand-up special that I start because there might be some good shit at the end.
I watched the beginning of Chappelle's. Thought it was funny.
I haven't seen it yet, but I will.
He doesn't touch on trans people, does he?
No, I thought the way that he touched on the trans people in this one was very funny, but then people clipped it out on social media and made it look like that was just like a bit. But it was like the whole point of it was that it was a long story in the beginning just to like then be like, that's how I feel about trans people. And it was like, oh shit, already? I think that was like the joke. And then people clipped it out to make it seem like it was just like a one-off joke. Fools.
Fucking fools.
Fools. Just putting a disgrace to the art.
Dude, I want to talk about
The Eagles.
no, God, no.
Here we go!
No, it would be more like
Break the fucking thing.
yeah, weak ass fucking technology, bro. Tried to pay for half of that. You fucking ran off with most of the money.
That would be so funny if you sent me the money and I just got dog shit equipment.
Is this from Five Below? What's this Five Below bag?
I just got all of the worst shit.
What is this? Are these 2 tin cans with a wire in between them?
I just got us like telemarketer headsets, plug them into the fucking aux cord.
The ones that you can get at like any gas station.
Yeah.
I went to a sandwich restaurant that was selling like fucking headsets yesterday. I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? But I went to my grandmom's funeral, and dude, the level of unhinged that my fucking family was,
Oh, really?
was so fucking funny, dude. My 4 aunts are in a fucking absolute war with each other.
Oh, yeah,
and
you told me about that.
they were saying the fucking craziest and fucking nastiest stuff at all times. It was the fucking it was like, it wasn't even like it was a funeral. It was like it was a fucking episode of Game of Thrones. It was just like everybody was at fucking absolute war. Like my one aunt to another aunt who had just got divorced from a guy, let's call him Carl. She walked
That's
up
my
to him
grandfather's name.
and
Who just passed.
she was like, "Where's Carl?"
Oh, really?
Said that?
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
knowing full well.
It would have been even funnier if you hadn't interjected about your grandfather being named Carl.
But it was his grandfather that she was married to.
Oh, really? Oh, no, not my grandfather.
My aunt's not married to your grandfather. It
I
was
thought you meant, I don't know what I was thinking.
It was just so.
It's okay. It's not a big deal.
It was so embarrassing and fucking like I just couldn't turn away from like aunts yelling at like fucking young cousins, like
that's
fucking
crazy.
older generations undressing younger generations. At one point, like after the funeral, like after party, we were like packed into a car and we like stopped at my uncle's house and they like ran around the back of the house and they came out with my grandmom's ashes and I was like, are we stealing the ashes right now? They're like, no, we talked to him. We talked to him. They said that we could.
That's crazy.
But I legitimately, like, and they just like took them to another house. I legitimately, and there was nobody home at the first house where they took them from. Like, I legitimately think that
they
my
sold the
grandma
ashes.
got stolen.
That's wild.
After her funeral.
That's crazy. Funerals are crazy like that because you would expect people to be like, all right, it's a funeral. Let's put this all behind us for now.
And it was the opposite.
They do not at all.
They turned the fucking heat up to 450 and were fucking flaming each other.
Which is ironically not hot enough to
decompose
cremate
a body.
a body. Yeah.
Was it at church?
It was at a church, but like so one side like of the war like wanted to like take over the like the church, like the planning of the service, and they like hired like this like black choir to like sing, and they like the other side was so fucking pissed.
Oh, because they were black?
No, not because they were black, because they were basically doing the Sister Act 2 soundtrack. they were just like
George, you win me. Sorry about it now.
It was, and then like it just took me completely out of the moment because the other side was just like scoffing, like what is this? And the ones who hired him were like pretending to like toe tap
That's
along.
so
Like,
funny.
it was so fucking. It was just the most.
Was your grandmother religious?
Extremely.
Oh, really? That's good. Because we had my grandfather's funeral at a Catholic church, and nobody in my family is religious. And my grandma, just for some reason, was like, he was a very big follower of the church. So the whole dude, it was. I like halfway through the mass, I like felt bad for the priest because it was like it was literally like he was on stage just eating a dick. No one knew what this part where you're supposed to like repeat shit. We all were just looking around,
like, mumbling the words,
and
fake mumbling the words.
Dude, it got to the point where he would have to be like, "All right, you can stand up now, kneel," because no one. And he's like, and I heard that Carl was a weekly mass. He probably hadn't been to church in 20 years.
Yeah, this was the opposite. It was like she was super religious. And then they made the whole ceremony like Lauryn Hill and Simon and Garfunkel songs.
So funny.
She had like specific hymns that like really meant a lot to her.
Oh man!
And they did like a remix version of Amazing
pumped.
Grace. The choir was sick, but they were also like filming each other during it.
Oh really?
They were like getting
they were probably
social
like, we
clips.
never get to do this shit.
Yeah, they're like, wait, we have like an audience of 150.
They're probably setting up the tripods.
Yeah, they definitely were. It was
have the lavs on.
It was so fucking funny, dude. It was the amount of deranged Irish Catholic behavior.
That's crazy.
When you're not Catholic and you go to a Catholic service and they tell you to pray or they tell you to kind of take a knee or any of the things and you do them, is that heretical?
No, I don't think so. I think it's like you're along for the ride.
My dad, when my dad goes to church, he doesn't do any of it.
But when they tell you to do the Eucharist, they say if you're not Catholic, you need to cross your arms and receive a blessing
and
instead.
trust fall the person behind you.
Yeah. So there is a separate assignment for those who are not Catholic, which makes me wonder if when he says peace be with you and you have to respond
and with your spirit
and yeah, right, or any of those things, or
right.
the like tap thing, or the
I wear the Tyreek Hill receiving gloves to church.
Yeah. Ooh, speaking of, his house is on fire right now.
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Is he okay?
I don't know.
All right.
Did you see on Hard Knocks that he got married and he got married this season on Hard Knocks?
And he has like 6 kids in between that time.
Yeah, he has 3 kids since then.
If
like,
you're good enough at football, no one gives a shit.
Yeah. Even
There's
his wife.
so much shit about Tyreek Hill and everyone. Like even me, I'm like, he's the best.
Yeah. Who did he beat the shit out of? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it was a couple of years ago. He still clocked 22 miles per hour against the Jets.
Kids? Was it his kids, or was that other?
I think it
Adrian
was.
Peterson.
No.
No, I think it
There was a
Something-
Chiefs a Hunt.
Kareem Hunt.
What did he do?
I don't know.
Break his son's
broke his
arm.
son's arm, I
But then
think.
it was like we don't really know
they were
if
arm
it's true or
wrestling.
not.
It was a fair fight. Kansas City's a mutual combat
That's with
city.
the bull. You get the horns.
Yeah. His
That's
son
his
shouldn't have
fault for
tried to
stepping into
tangle
the
with.
lion's den like that.
Yeah, that's a running back you're going after.
Tyreek was domestic abuse.
Yeah, I think he like something in college. I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think he like strangled his pregnant girlfriend or something like that. But that's because back then he was bringing ball home. He talks about it in Hard Knocks. He goes, "I don't bring ball home anymore. Once I leave the stadium, it's family time."
Because he was pissed off about the route trees that he was running.
Exactly. Yeah.
So he had to take it out on.
Look, dude. Some of us get too invested in our jobs. It happens.
Yeah. Are you bringing ball home?
I don't think we gotta go at Tyreek like this.
He won your fantasy league. Whoa! That guy won me a lot of money.
The Von Miller shit was crazy, and then like he was playing that week,
What
and
was that
fucking
again?
like Collinsworth or some shit was like, and Von Miller had a warrant out for his arrest earlier in the week, but
Big hit there.
yeah.
It looks like he's bringing his home to work. Oh god. Don't bra me, bro. Don't fucking. Are those new slippers? Are those No, they're not.
No, those aren't new.
One of the like most childish things that I like to do with my friends over Christmas is be like, "What did you get for Christmas?"
Oh yeah.
I like this game.
What'd you get for Christmas?
I got a neck light that allows me to read in bed after my wife has turned off her light.
That costs $5. That's a Five Below thing.
Yeah, that's a
I
Dollar
got
Tree.
that. And then I also got
That's
a
like
neck
one of those-
fan which you can wear around your neck.
A lot of neck gear.
Look, the neck is the new.
The neck is not being utilized nearly as much as it should be.
A lot of business runs
really
through the
is.
neck.
Yeah.
A lot of business runs
the
through
yoke.
the neck.
It's like you're an oxen. You're just hanging two fucking buckets of water
this
off your
like a
neck.
Shark Tank.
This
fucking,
neck fan, you wear it around your neck and it blows air right here across the front of your neck, and a lot of your blood comes through your neck, so it cools you. So you wear it on an airplane, right? Because airplanes can get hot. There's
Yeah, yeah.
Of course,
regulating the temperature. You know what I'm
I
talking
would
about?
kill to see you wearing a fucking fan around your neck on a plane.
It makes a nice quiet hum. Hey, can we, instead of me telling the flight attendant, "Excuse me, could you turn the air conditioning up?" Because there's always some asshole. By the way, if you're the asshole on a plane who asks them to turn the heat up, who gets precedent
I've never had anyone do that.
on temperature control?
You know who's doing that? The women.
I think planes.
If Tyreek Hill's on the plane.
theory is, you can always put a layer on. You can always make yourself warmer. But I can't get naked on a plane to make myself cooler.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never once been on a plane and been like, I am fucking freezing.
A lot of people are though, dude.
The women.
Yeah,
100%. Women go on a plane and they like have to. It's like a movie theater, or like they just have to like bundle up, fucking blanket up.
I've been on a lot of planes like seething with anger about how hot it is though.
Same, and that's
Yeah.
why you need one of these neck fans.
Yeah, I should get one.
I'm gonna get you one.
Yeah, I would love one.
But you were
can
making fun of me
We could
a
wear
second
matching
ago.
fans to Denver.
We could do. We could do.
That'd be amazing. You guys walking in formation like the flight attendants and Catch Me If You Can with neck fans on.
I'm just picturing a dude going onto Shark Tank and being like, "Are you sick and tired of using your hands? The neck is not being utilized nearly as much as it should be. The neck is one of the human's most functioning tools that we do not use enough."
It's the canvas that we should be using to hang everything. You have the front, back, and don't forget the sides of your neck.
The sides of the neck are actually more useful than the front and the back combined because you have two of them.
My dad bought an entire bag of sweaters, and he was like, "We're just gonna figure out who likes what."
Really?
That's a good idea.
Just a whole bag of sweaters.
That's kind of what I did, honestly, for my family. I went to LL Bean and I bought a bunch of shit, and then I was like just handing it out.
smart.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet about a girl who, like a South Philly girl, who said that her grandfather came in with a bag of Phillies hats and said, "Take one, pass it down," which is fucking incredible.
That's awesome.
That's that low effort gift giving that I really respect.
I like that. I like a little low effort gift.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because it's just like, I don't need anything.
Yeah. Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Ravens by a mile.
I don't know. Eagles
Definitely not the
they're
Eagles.
finally putting it together. Did you see what was just happening? Like their team's like galvanizing around AJ Brown. He's saying all the right things in the locker room.
I liked that video.
They're trying to run him out of town, and he's like, "Fucking."
I got no words. No words.
But now he's finally talking to the reporters.
What's he saying? Because he's mad at the coaches.
No, but he's saying that the coach covered for them, that the coach threw them under the bus. So I think that it's actually a perfect time to smash a massive future on the Eagles.
Who do you think we're going to fire? Do you think they fire Sirianni? That thug bastard?
No, they're going to keep the thug bastard, but they're going to get rid of the offense. They're going to get rid of Patricia, that Patriot cocksmoker, and then fucking Brian Johnson, the offensive coordinator, probably as well.
I think they should get rid of Sirianni. That guy's dragging you guys down.
No.
He is holding you guys back.
It's not the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmys and the Joes, bro.
I think it's more Sirianni's attitude that is holding you guys back, like he's a thug. Like, you don't want that on
You
your
don't
team.
say that about an Italian guy. You know that's a racist term against an Italian. You
Yeah,
don't
that's
call
why
an
I'm
Italian
saying
a
it.
fucking thug.
I'm saying it.
Yeah, right.
Still talking, Chiefs fans. I can't hear you now.
We're 2-4 since then.
I mean, that was the worst video I've ever seen in my entire life.
Maybe 1-5 since then.
That was like that was like
2-4.
full body cringe.
Who made that?
You didn't see that video of Sirianni
No.
when they beat the Chiefs and he's walking out of the stadium? He goes and he's like, when they're walking into the tunnel and there's some fans hanging over.
Sure.
And he looks up and he's like, "I can't hear you now, Chiefs fans."
Oh, that's tough.
And they're 1-4 since that video.
Ouch.
Are we gonna go to the Super Bowl as a show? I should talk to Live Event Lisa and see if they have any hotels at the MGM Grand for Son of a Boy Dad.
I don't know.
Currently batting 0 for 5 on Barstool Super Bowl attendance. So I'm guessing this is probably not the year that I'm.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I was on a show that went to the Super Bowl last year and I was told I was not going.
Well, they put other people who aren't on the show for the week.
So it could be worse.
Could be worse.
And then it was like,
We got Denver that weekend.
yeah, I'm not going to the Super Bowl.
Let's not make a push for it.
Yeah, I'm not missing out on Denver.
We're in Denver that weekend. Come to Denver. Comedy Works.
Comedy Works Denver.
FrancisEllis.com.
What if the Birds are in the Super Bowl? You guys aren't going to skip Denver and come to the game?
I'm not gonna. I don't think we got to worry about that right now.
Oh, fuck you, dude.
Where is the Super
I
Bowl
think the
this year?
Patriots have as good of a chance of being in the Super Bowl.
Vegas? Ooh, it's gonna be hot that time of year. Perfect place for us to bring our neck fans.
Yeah, actually, I mean,
Let's bring our neck fans.
I hate Vegas so deeply.
Same.
Vegas is a dark place.
Same.
But I was thinking about this. I was talking about casinos with someone the other day, and I feel like the casinos in Vegas are significantly less depressing than like a West Virginia casino.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Most people that are in Vegas, by a large majority, it's like everyone gambling there, they're traveling there to be like, let's go to Vegas and gamble and have fun and party and drink and do drugs.
You don't get hot girls at Mohegan Sun.
No, but when you're at a West Virginia casino, you're like, oh, these people live within 100 feet of here.
Yeah.
They walked over after work.
Well, I think the big difference
Cashed their
too.
paycheck and walked to the casino.
They took their walker and their oxygen machine across the street from their job.
Yeah. There's in Vegas you've got people who live there year round. You have residents. And you can find a decent little quirky coffee shop to go water some plants or write on your diary.
But I wish there was like a downtown that's not a strip mall and not the Strip and not Old Vegas. Something that was not any of those things.
Old Vegas I liked, but it was too crowded at nights.
It's better than fucking the regular Strip.
It's rough waking up to like walk to Dunkin' Donuts at fucking 10 a.m. and it's just naked like nuns outside of your hotel with tape over their nipples, X's over their nipples.
Giving you a baseball card, being like, do you want to fuck me in like 10 minutes somewhere else?
I actually totally forgot that when I was in Vegas, I was walking with Gardini and there was like one of those ladies came up to me and she was like, could you take a picture of me and this guy? And the guy was like, no. And I took the photo and then I realized that he definitely got charged for me taking that photo.
Oh gosh.
That was probably why he was saying no.
Really?
Because I think they charge like that's like I mean, same shit with when like if you take a picture with one of the fucking
Elmo out here.
Elmo in New York Times,
And then you get
Times Square.
jumped by Grover, Bert, and Ernie. He didn't pay us.
I love at the end of that fucking like those New Year's Eve lives, like the fucking whoever that dude is that does it,
Andy Cohen.
Andy Cohen. I like how like 30 minutes after the ball drops, it's just completely empty and there's just trash all over the city.
Yeah,
Just like adult diapers strewn about the ground.
I was trying to watch late enough to the point that it could be like you would see the dudes dressed as Elmo like clocking in for the day, walking over just holding their fucking their helmet
Just
on
like
their
shuffling
side
through a bunch of trash in 2024
sipping
glasses.
on a fucking Bang Energy.
Yeah.
Time for work.
Just clocking in. I wonder if they're unionized. We should try to organize
100%.
those boys.
They got to be unionized.
I wonder if there's been a like an uptick in them ever since the borders have been opened.
You know, I would love to knock down one of the Power Rangers because those guys they're big and you know they're not sturdy.
yeah.
They're on stilts or some shit.
But I bet if you knock down one of them, then the other four are on your ass.
100% stomping you out.
Would you want to come fly fishing with me?
Fly fishing with you, brother.
Upstate in the I think it's the Taconic River.
Sure. Do you fly fish?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
You've never shared that information with me?
I fly fished in Glacier National Park when I was younger. We did it at Canyon Ranch. Yeah, we've done some fly fishing.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm in.
And then we could all go up. We should do a boys' weekend up at our place upstate.
I love it. How's the internet?
Good.
Really?
Yeah, for real.
As long as it's good enough for us to squeeze out a boy dad.
You could do an an EpiPen.
Or we could just pre-record him and release it from up there.
Yeah.
No, we could go do it up there. That's fine.
That's what I mean. We release it like we wouldn't have to if the live doesn't work up there, we could record the episode in the morning and put it out normally during the day.
Yeah. Be good to get. I want to be out in the river with Hairball.
Ooh, it's probably, I know it's cold up there.
I'd love for you to see how I operate out there.
In our waders.
It's a work of art.
Are you good?
Amazing.
Yeah, right.
People on the river in New Jersey, they look at my cast and they go, please tell me how it's done. A lot of roll casts.
No, bro, you got the worst cast in Saltburn.
I'm literally like have you ever seen A River Runs Through It?
I saw it before you did, and I told you to watch it.
I mean, I've seen that movie. I saw that movie like 8 years ago.
Yeah, and he told you.
Well before we knew each other.
He came to you in a dream.
Definitely told you to watch that movie.
Do you know the scene where he comes back and Brad Pitt's casting and he's like, and that's when I had realized that
I was watching.
Todd had become an artist. That's me.
Yeah.
I'm an artist.
Yeah, it's amazing.
No, you're not, bro.
Truly
You're an
beautiful.
autist, and I think that's the word you're looking for.
He called it shadow casting.
Yeah.
He called it shadow.
He had finally broken free of Dad's rhythmic cast. And that's when I realized he had truly become an artist.
It sounds like the most boring thing ever, but I just want to do it to bond with you guys.
It's really fucking fun.
I'm so not into it, but I just want to do it to bond
I'm going
with
to try
you guys.
and get out there this week if it's not too chilly.
What's too chilly for your bitch ass?
If the water's like in the 30s, it's pretty cold.
That'd be great for me. I'll probably just, while you guys are fishing, I'll probably just cold plunge.
The place I go in New Jersey, this is funny. The place I go in New Jersey, there's like a fly shop on the river really close by. And I went by to get some flies and I was talking to the dude, this really old guy working there. And he was like, you ever tried fishing upstream of the shop? And I was like, no, I haven't, mostly just at this one spot. And I was like, why is it like good fishing upstream? And he looks at me and he goes, I've already said too much.
You never saw me.
So are you going to do it?
Yeah, I might. It's more just, I don't know. It's so easy to go where I go in the place that he was describing. You got to like park your car and walk. And I feel weird walking through like a town with my fucking waders on.
Who gives a fuck?
Me.
No one's ever going to see you again. Like, oh, these guys probably know me from my Twitter accounts.
No, it's more just like it was a park with like families at it.
Okay. Well,
You're not doing something perverse. You're not Bill Gates trying to raise up a 13-year-old.
You never seen me on the water before. It sometimes can get perverse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with that cast, it becomes very sexual.
You're dicking down the mouth of a trout.
My cast becomes sexual quite fast.
When you are wearing your waders, but the water's very cold, does it still make you cold?
Yeah. But like obviously warmer than it would be if you were wet.
But you're not wet.
Yeah, but you're still. I mean, it's still cold. Like
You don't
my
have
feet,
insulated waders?
like your feet get cold.
You don't have insulated
No,
ones?
I do, but it still
Let's get you
gets
some
cold.
insulated waders.
I
Billy.
think you got the wrong gear.
Why don't you invest in some
It
insulated
still
waders?
gets cold. Like it's manageable. It's never cold enough to the point where I'm like, I can't be in this, but it definitely gets cold.
When I go, all my gear is so good that I can't tell the difference between being in the water and not being in the water.
Well, the last time I went on Friday and it had just rained 2 days in a row and the water was like 4 feet higher than it usually is. And that was tough. That was tough water.
That's where you need the full body wader.
Yeah. I was getting under. I was letting the water take me.
I'll probably just go tubing while you guys are fishing.
There was some of that. There was some of that on the river, and we were not happy. Me and the other
You'll
anglers.
see like 4 seconds of me as I just go by. Like, hey guys,
There he goes.
what's going on, guys?
When me and the boys on the water, because I mean it's a lot. It's very friendly out there. It's a lot of just talking water, talking gear.
So you're scaring away the fish. All that chit chat.
No, it's usually on the trail where we're talking. Any luck today?
You just said it was on the river.
See, that's what I mean. You're
river
scaring
on
the
the-
fish. You have no decorum.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. Nah, I don't need to be hearing this from you boys.
Oh, yeah.
How do you tiptoe into the river? Are you picking your knees up?
It's very, very discreet.
Yeah.
Like Navy SEAL formation. I'm bent down. I got a great stance, just tiptoeing into the water.
Is that because?
And then it's a tactical cast. Like, yeah, a lot of that. Yeah, that was just a preview too.
You're probably scaring the fuck out of the fish.
No, I'm not. Sometimes there's a lot of other people. Like when I was out there when it was when the water was really high. None of the OGs were there. It was a lot of young bucks, and they were getting sloppy. And I had to pull them aside and go, fellas, let's clean it up out here.
Did you catch anything this weekend?
Oh yeah, rainbow.
A rainbow?
Yeah.
One?
Yeah. It was tough though because a lot of the rainbows, I hooked onto a lot of rainbows and they were jumping out of the water. And then I would lose them when they would go back down. It's very hard to land them, especially when there's fucking 6 feet of water.
Yeah.
I wonder what your next autistic fixation will be.
I don't know. I think I'm going to be on this one for a while, especially now that I've quit alcohol. Well, pool goes hand in hand with drinking, so it's like I'm not going to go. Going to a pool hall sober is not as fun.
We used to go all the time.
Yeah, but you
and we would
stopped
get
pool way
fucked
before you
up.
stopped drinking.
Yeah, because I got too good at it, and then it just becomes not fun.
I don't know how you could think that of yourself.
No, that's the problem. Is it wasn't fun going with Francis anymore because I would lose every single game, and it was
Every
just like,
game.
what am I even doing, dude?
And I don't even practice.
Yeah, well, I wasn't practicing either.
We played the same amount.
I was never practicing.
The
I was
golf-
never like going to a pool hall by myself and like working on my strike.
I guess you just would have thought that someone
on my
like you
break.
who was always so excited about us playing pool would have at some point tried to find a way to close the gap. And yet it was always just equally dominant.
That's usually a good realization to being like, is this something that I actually want to focus on? Like when it gets hard. Because then it's like, no. Then that was a pretty quick for me, like not at all.
I think once
It was fun going out after like going to the stand and playing at like 3 a.m. while everyone's hammered and being able to beat everybody. But then when I go play with you, it was like, this is definitely not something that I'm going to spend extra time on to win.
Because you don't have the will to do stuff hard.
No, I do, but
You,
like, you
listen to 0 minutes of David Goggins. You don't know what the fuck
You got to
David
pick and
Goggins is.
choose what you want to put effort into being good at.
You didn't hear David Goggins and Andrew Huberman talking about how the part of your brain, when you do something hard, the part of the brain that activates, it grows when you do something hard.
No, I
and
get
it
that.
essentially fuels your will to live. So the fact that you were scared to play pool against Francis is basically saying
I
that
was
you'll
not scared
succumb
at
to
all.
an early
Like
death.
if I had spots tonight, I would definitely go play pool with you, like before. But it's more like
well, you don't have spots, but you can still go to a pool. There's pool right up the street right here.
Yeah, but I'm going to play video games because that's more enjoyable.
Yeah, because you don't want to do the thing that's harder.
Yeah, obviously.
Exactly. So
But
that's
video
why you're
games
going
are
to
hard. Like we didn't get any wins yesterday, and I'm going to be back on today grinding it out. I'm going to be in the fucking range.
Fortnite?
No, Warzone.
Warzone.
It's tough. We got 2 wins the night before, 0 wins last night, multiple second places. Sloppy.
I like that video
Sloppy
that you
comms. Yeah, it was a good video, huh?
made. That should be your main promo style.
I know. Did you see that, Francis?
I just saw the Himothy thing.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what I was watching.
I posted a COD clip with my tour dates at the end of it.
But you were whipping that thing around in the COD clip.
Yeah.
You were fucking. I don't know shit about it, but I could just tell that the rate at which things were happening and the accuracy with which they were happening, pretty good.
All right, be honest with us. In the entire range of people who play Call of Duty online, first percentile, worst, 99th percentile, best. Where do you fall?
Not high. I'm like good at Call of Duty. Like I can get like 10 kill streaks or whatever, but like in the grand scheme of things, there's like autistic dudes who play Call of Duty 24 hours, like a lot of them too.
Right.
And those guys are better than like I could ever possibly be.
When a new
like there's dudes with extra buttons on their controller. They have paddles. Like, and there's people that play claw, which is when you hold the controller like this,
right,
and you use your fingers to use these fingers to.
That's how I play.
Like that's like I'm never like I'm not going to be that good. But for a casual player, I'm pretty good. But I've also been playing Call of Duty since I was like in fucking 5th grade.
When a new game comes out, are the guys who are the best at the older game the first ones to become the best at the new game?
Yeah.
Or do they just say, I'm sticking here, this is my spot, I'm not even going to bother with the new game?
No, I mean a lot of those guys are good at every game. Like Ninja was he used to play PUBG competitively. And that was like another battle royale, and then Fortnite came out and he was like instantly like one of the best. I don't think he was ever actually the best, because there's always like a fucking 15-year-old kid in Asia somewhere who's actually the best. Right. But that's like he was like already like top dog.
I saw someone say this past week that their autistic fixation was social interaction.
Yeah, that's not.
Well,
that's retarded.
Counterintuitive. Yeah. Well, precisely.
That just can't be a thing in any way.
But you know, it just
isn't that like the opposite of autism?
That's what I was trying to like figure out.
I'm so autistic, I can't stop going out and having pleasurable conversations,
great and making good eye contact,
having small talk.
Like, do you think that's
who said that? Was that on TikTok? That had to have been a TikTok.
No, it was a person I talked to personally.
Were they actually autistic, or were they saying that as like a joke?
They might have been. They're like a very like intelligent person.
Yeah, that just can't be possible.
Why not?
Because how could you be autistic? Like, isn't a large part of autism like being like socially awkward?
Well, it can manifest in different ways. I think you have a very narrow understanding of what autism really is.
That's a good point.
I don't know.
Maybe I do.
It just truly fascinated me. A true paradox.
Yeah.
You don't really see a paradox.
We call that a paradox.
You don't really see that many paradoxes. Dude, going down to Arizona has fucked my life up so badly.
Dude, I'm a fucking walking paradox.
Why?
Doc Martin's
question.
Tyler, the Creator, bro.
Oh, yeah, his first song.
Thought you boys knew hip hop.
I'm a walking fucking paradox. I'm a fucking walking paradox.
No, he says I'm a fucking walking paradox.
I'm a walking fucking paradox.
Well, no, I'm right. He says I'm a fucking walking paradox. No, I'm not. That's what he says. You want to look it up?
Do it.
What'd you say? You said he says I'm a walking fucking paradox. That's what you think he said?
Yeah.
What's the song called?
Why is this happening in Phoenix?
No, what is it called?
I went there for the Arizona Bowl a couple days ago.
Oh yeah,
5 days ago, and my lips, face, and overall body hydration have not recovered, and I still feel so fucking dry from being there for one calendar day. I was very hydrated. Just like I said.
No, you said I'm a walking fucking paradox. He says, I know. I said that.
It's on tape.
Bro, you're crazy.
Commenters, way off. Tell us, what did Ron say? Am I a walking fucking paradox? Or am I a fucking walking paradox?
Because that would be a split infinitive.
I said I'm a fucking walking paradox.
Like, I've been covering my body in chapstick, facial lotion, hydrating at a fucking aggressive clip, not drinking, and I still feel so fucking dry. I don't understand how it happens, and it's every single time I go to fucking Arizona. It makes me dislike Arizona. And I know if I go to Vegas for the Super Bowl, which I hope I don't go, that this is gonna happen again.
I think I got it way worse in Arizona than I did in Vegas.
Arizona
was
yeah,
like,
that's what I mean. I was the driest human being of all time. It fucking
that was when I got that nasty hangover where I thought I was gonna have to cancel the Saturday show.
During the day?
I had to sit in a bathtub the whole day. I was so hungover.
In Phoenix?
I was just slamming bottles of water.
In that
condo. Yeah,
I stayed in that condo.
I sat in the bath, not even water in it. I just had to sit down.
We're condo brothers.
Yes.
Which bedroom did you sleep in? You walk in, there's
left.
one on the right and there's one on the left. I slept in the left as well.
So I sat in that bathtub that you were in and threw up.
We're bed buddies.
Yeah.
Bed bugs.
I shat and threw up in it. And then you probably rubbed your feet in it.
I don't think
they're not cleaning that thing.
I don't think I used that bathroom. I used a different bathroom.
Oh, okay. Luke slept in the right one.
I've been woofing Gatorades down.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to get electrolytes.
You need an IV.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never gotten an IV.
Maybe you should have one sent to your house.
How's that going to work?
That's what they do, right? You order one online and they come to your house and they just shoot you up.
Do you guys have any goals or resolutions for the new year?
Yeah, my goal is to cut 3 bits from my hour and put in new bits that are better.
For the whole year? Bro, you could do that this week.
No, I couldn't.
Why not?
It's hard. That's like 15 minutes of material.
That your bits take 5 minutes? Maybe that's the problem.
How long did you expect them to take?
2 minutes tops.
So they're long bits. There's multiple different jokes inside.
Which ones are you
going to
cut?
I'm not going to tell you.
Why?
Because I don't want to spoil my hour. Shit's going to be on Amazon soon.
Yeah, right. You said 7 more years.
To be exclusive.
You said 8 years 1 year ago, and now it's 7 years.
I'm going to be on... My special's coming out exclusively on Sling.
On the Barstool channel. Mine's to run a 4.40.
Damn.
Jeez.
That's a rough one.
Why?
You think that's going to happen?
I got all year.
Bro, you could have all life. That shit's not happening.
It's like Gary on the golf simulator.
Yeah. Find a new goal.
Could take forever, and that shit just
Is he
won't
still
happen.
going?
I presume so.
What do we think
I feel
is
like we
the
would have heard
actual
a cheer in the streets if he had a sailor just like kissing a girl.
Yeah. Maybe like
Jerry did
they'd
it.
be banging pots and pans like in COVID.
You hear the good word? War is over.
The Jerrys have hung up the towel.
We'd be hanging out the window.
This just in from
He's done
Chicago.
KB, did you hear KB said on the? I was watching live before you guys got here, and KB said that if it gets to Saturday, it's gonna be on worldwide news.
It probably will.
That's great.
Or he'll die. Like that's the kind of thing that like we're talking about Asian teenagers. I feel like Asian teenagers have died from like masturbating too many times in a day, fucking drinking too much water in a day.
They
probably
definitely
died on
have.
a golf simulator. How about you? What's yours?
I mean, that's gotta be like that could be like on 1,000 Ways to Die. Hitting a golf club 10,000 times in the course of 24 hours.
Wouldn't you just collapse before you died?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, dude, his hands were... I'd love to see what his hands look like after he takes the gloves off. Because right now he's keeping them on. He says that once they come off, they're not going back on. Because he's bleeding through his hands.
Right.
Through the glove.
Oh, he's
There's
wearing
blood.
2 gloves?
Yeah.
Oh. Smart.
What's your resi?
I want to have more fun in 2024.
What are you talking
It
more?
doesn't even necessarily mean that I need to change anything. It occurred to me that last year I had the best professional year of my life. I had tons of achievements. I was successful and I did a lot of amazing things. And I felt absolutely miserable the entire time. I've never been less happy in my life than I was last year. And and I want to have more
hold
fun.
on. Run hit the long one.
I don't need to do more. I need to have more fun this year. I need to like embrace the good things that are happening and enjoy them more.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I saw a Rainn Wilson interview where he was basically like the whole time that I was on The Office. Is he liberal? I wasn't really attached to his politics, but if that's the kind of thing you want to chase down in your life, that kind of makes a lot of sense.
I like how it's completely dark in here, but for some reason it's the best lighting we've ever had.
It is nice because we're so ghastly white that the slightest amount of light reflects off of us. But he said when he was Dwight Schrute, like he was always just like, why am I not getting fucking more movie roles? Like, why am I not getting this? And he was completely miserable when he was at the absolute peak of his creative career.
I feel like that happened, that you hear that with a lot of people. They're like, remember that Oscar-worthy performance I did? Well, I almost killed myself 4 times during it. And you're like, damn, okay, could have lived without
Heath
that.
Ledger.
Could have lived without that information.
Yes, let me
Owen
enjoy
Wilson with Cars. You know that kids movie that everyone loves?
Wow.
Well, I tried to kill myself for when we were recording it.
Francis, do Owen Wilson killing
Okay,
himself
Lightning McQueen.
on the set of Cars.
I mean, I just don't know how many more days of this I can take. You know, I'm voicing a car. I mean, how many times have you heard a person become a car? And cars don't really have voices. To me, it's so stupid, and it speaks to global warming, and we're not really taking advantage of using this vessel as a proper message to kids.
Cars have belts. I wanted to hang myself with one.
Do you think people would be enraged if they made Lightning McQueen an electric car to like help the environment? That would be like, is that the equivalent of making Little Mermaid black?
What I don't understand about this is what I don't understand about, I guess, people who get up in arms and say like, fuck electric vehicles.
Oh, I forgot. You're the wrong person to ask that question to. I forgot you have an electric car.
Well, I do.
Not us, gas boys.
Yeah, but like,
You don't have any car, bro.
I don't care.
Boys.
My point is this: if you're someone who's like, let's say, like you're a staunch, like backwater farming conservative who says, "Don't touch my gas vehicle," if you gave that guy a Ford Lightning F-150, the electric, and let him drive it for 5 minutes, I guarantee you he'd be like, I had no idea how fucking sick this was.
I agree with you for sure.
More powerful and way faster, and it's exactly the same car inside.
You'd be trying to like downplay it.
It's such a sick... dude, the F-150,
really
the
smooth.
Ford F-150, the electric Ford F-150 is fucking incredible. It's like, yeah, you can still tow your boat out of the lake with that.
Maximum tow grade.
Yeah, you can rescue a herd of sheep that are tipped over on the road with that thing. You can do whatever you want to do. All the hick shit you want to do, you can still do with that car, even better. It's powerful.
Maybe you got to go down there. Let them know.
It's not my fight to fight.
Could be.
I don't have any fights in 2024.
We're just gonna be having fun all fucking year.
I'm gonna have fun.
What are you gonna do to have more fun? Because I'm trying to do more. I'm trying to like live life to the fullest right now.
I was thinking about doing some drugs.
You literally just said that you won't go play pool with Francis because you have video games. And you're trying to live life to the fullest.
That's living life to the fullest for me.
Of living life to the fullest.
Bro, living life to the fullest is different for everybody. If I can play video games, do stand-up, do the podcast, go fishing, see my friends,
Francis, we gotta get some clean ecstasy this year. Some really delicious clean ecstasy.
So we got different ideas of having more fun.
I'm thinking I need to do Molly before I become a father.
We got to talk to Matthew Broderick's guy.
Insane on Molly.
Why?
Because you already have the joie de vivre.
I could see you telling some long stories on Molly.
Yeah. Would I even get through it with you fucking... Oh, that reminds me of this one time, blah, 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 blah.
Bro,
blah,
that's
blah.
podcasting. It's constant riffing. You got to riff.
There was a period on this podcast where I didn't speak for so long that I started falling asleep.
Really? On this episode?
Not actually, but I was like, I'm going to let you do your thing.
On this episode?
I think so.
That's crazy.
Because he want to let you riff.
I want to let you run.
You got to riff.
You run the show.
You got to riff.
Run it. I like it. I like listening to you guys.
I like listening to you guys.
I like listening to you riff. The riff and
Everyone does. Brother, you're pressing the wrong buttons.
I'm trying things out.
That's my New Year's
resolution.
I know. I got to switch them out. I got to get out of the Cry Eagles Cry one.
That is
definitely
Son
staying for
of
a while.
Boy Dad, the podcast.
Oh, we're ending it?
I just like to do that to see how you react.
Well, it's a fucking abrupt ending. I'm having fun. We got time.
Time for what?
To keep going.
A time to kill? Time for your fucking new bitch ass fucking book?
That's a good book.
How is this a good? This is a magazine. This is a picture book.
It's a great book.
I'm gonna look up this quote. It's my favorite quote.
And then you got this Henry David Thoreau book.
My dad gave me that.
What do you think he's trying to say by telling you to think disobediently? He's probably like, you're not having enough fun. You live in New York in the fucking middle of a cool neighborhood, and all you do all day is fucking smash video games in your fucking crumb dungeon.
I'm having a great amount of fun.
Can I tell you this Thoreau quote that I love, which I think will resonate with you?
Sure. Do tell.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life, and see if I could not learn what it had to teach, and not, when I came to die, discover that I had not lived. I did not wish to live what was not life, living is so dear, nor did I wish to practice resignation unless it was quite necessary. I wanted to live deep and suck out all the marrow of life, to live so sturdily and Spartan-like as to put to rout all that was not life, to cut a broad swath and shave close, to drive life into a corner and reduce it to its lowest terms. We should go to the woods.
And to you, that's like a 12 kill streak.
It is.
That's basically like sucking all the marrow and living Spartan-like in the woods and like getting all you can out of life. To you, that's like smashing a fucking sweet-ass COD game with your bros.
Let's
That
go
does
to
honestly sound awesome.
Let's go to the woods and
wait to play
fly
Call of
fish
Duty.
and wade in and do that. I think we should do that.
Yeah, I do it all the time. Me and my buddies are going out to Wyoming this summer. We're going to do a catch and cook. Yeah, we're going to go out there for a couple days.
How are you going to cook it? Do you want us to come? Should we come?
Sorry, fellas.
We'll be there.
Group's full.
Yeah, right.
How many you got?
I don't want you boys to starve either.
I bet I would probably come with your buddies and we'd kick you out of the group.
We could pack some Uncrustables for you boys.
No, I would go with your buddies and I'd instantly become...
Get you boys some spin rods.
I'd be having intimate conversations with them that you never had.
And they would say, boy, we didn't realize that Harry was in such dire straits.
Or we just didn't know that it was like possible to have conversations with your friends other than just like lurching over a record player listening to an old Bob Dylan song.
We don't do that.
I have pictures. I have still photos of you doing it.
And me and my boys don't even listen to, they don't even like Bob Dylan like that.
How does it feel?
It's a good song.
Your boys wouldn't know, but I'll teach them. I'll put them on when we go on this catch and kill.
Everyone knows that song, bro.
Was it
It's not
another lifetime?
It's not catch and kill.
One of toil and blood. Blackness was a virtue and our road was full of mud.
So you're gonna cook them alive?
No.
Well, so it's not a kitchen kill?
No, it's a catch and cook.
Yeah, but you kill them
eat
first.
Catch and kill. That's what people do with pike.
Catch and kill is a journalism term.
Apparently, pike is like an invasive species, so people catch them and just kill them.
You're allowed to say that because you're Jewish.
What?
Pike.
Pike? Why? Like the slur?
Yeah.
Pike is a type of fish, brother. You got a sick mind.
I'm just joking, brother.
You got a sick mind, and
Just making a joke.
And I wish I could cut that out, but I can't because we're live.
You got a lot of hair coming out the back.
I know. I really need to get it cut, but I just don't want to, dude.
It's turning into
I hate having to do anything that I don't have to do.
Which is why you're going to succumb to death so easily.
I hate it. Anything that I don't have to do is like, oh.
Wait, let's unveil the plaque.
Going to get a haircut. Oh. Yeah, let's unveil that shit.
And this is a book about Thoreau, so it's not a book by Thoreau. It's
I
Lawrence
don't know
Buell.
what that book is. I
It's
don't even know what
Lawrence
the title
Buell,
of it is.
and it's a fucking biography of Thoreau.
Plaque time, bitches. They said it couldn't be done. They said it would never be done.
You might remember us from when we were at 100,000. Now we're at 100,000.1.
Holy shit. This is awesome.
God damn. I rubbed my balls on that thing. We all get a week with it to do whatever we want. You
It's
can
like the
fuck
Stanley
it.
Cup.
That's what I said, yeah.
Come back with blood.
You could, dude, whatever you need to do with it.
Blood all over.
We all get a week, and then it goes back in the vault.
Wow.
Should we hang it on the wall?
Don't
Smell-
damage
does
it.
smell
Don't
nice.
damage it.
It does smell
And no
really
one's allowed
good.
to touch the play button because I have a feeling that once you get a fingerprint on that, it's not coming off. Don't.
Oh.
Well, I'll send it back. We'll get a new one. We'll get a new one.
Put yours on there too,
I'll say
Francis.
this one came damaged.
I'm going thumb.
I'm scrubbing those shits off as soon as you guys leave.
That's not yours to scrub off.
It fully is.
And when it was the little Sasquatch account, maybe.
I can't believe I let those bitch asses let me change the name.
I know.
Put that print there.
I think the people that convinced me to change the name all got let go when there was the fucking.
And the ones that stuck around were the ones who couldn't figure out how to get Surviving Barstool on YouTube.
Everyone that made me change the name no longer works at Barstool, and they were like, "This is going to be fucking huge for you guys."
It was huge for me.
Remember when we were trying to start a podcast clips channel, and they were like, "No podcast has ever done that," and I named like 10 podcasts that have done it. They were like, the only person that's ever done that is Joe Rogan, and then I looked up. You can literally every single podcast has a clips channel. But you know what? That's what happens, bro. They doubt the kid. They love to doubt me.
That's what happens
Ian
with the
and Jordan.
Oh yeah, how was that? That's gonna
really
be great.
Fun. It's fun.
Is that
You
out
did
yet?
Yeah, that was where the Owen Wilson.
Oh yeah, they had me do it too.
Yeah, it was.
that's
That's,
out?
that's where I remembered it from because I forgot that you used to hit that. That's a
funny.
great impression.
Fucking hysterical. Ian had just gone on a date with a trans person.
Bro, he showed me. We were watching the Phillies game when I think it was the day that Hamas attacked Israel, but he was showing me that
Could have at least waited till the Phillies game ended.
he was showing me the trans person that he was dating at that time, and they were smoking hot, dude. I'll be honest with you.
100%.
They were smoking hot. I can't front.
But he likes a person who outwardly appears to be a woman and then has a penis. That's his favorite.
Yeah, that's a lot of comics.
Really?
See, sure seems that way.
I didn't know that.
It's like every other day you're hearing about a different comic fucking a
Dave Chappelle,
yeah,
he just did.
I mean that'd be a great way of hiding it. Getting the like appearing like you hate trans people and then just going and jerking off a bunch of chicks on the low.
It's like the
Being like I'm doing some research for this bit that I'm working on.
like
I'm going to jerk you off to completion.
Anti-gay lawmakers always get caught doing that type of shit.
Yeah. Oh shit, we were on break when that shit happened in the Senate, right?
When the guy tapped his foot under the door?
No, when the guy fucked the other guy on the Congress floor.
What?
In the room, right?
On like was it the Senate chamber or the Congress chamber? I don't know which one it was, but they're like, and everybody was reposting it, like people who I respect, and like Matt McCusker was like, he just like posted it on the Twitter timeline. You're scrolling through, and it's a guy filming himself fucking another guy in the ass in the fucking Senate chamber.
You didn't see that?
No.
Oh, that was big.
What was that?
But it wasn't like a senator or anything. It was like just like an employee.
How long ago?
It was like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, just like 2 weeks ago.
I'm gonna go look at that.
I mean, it's the rawest form of gay sex possible.
I looked at it and I was howling laughing.
Yeah,
just at how funny it is for them to be like, we should let's fuck in the chamber.
You rolled your ankle, had to lie down and beat off while you were howling laughing.
Yeah, I did. That's got to be an exhilarating fuck.
Senate chamber?
To be like, this is where they change the country.
Yeah.
And we're just fucking spraying loads all over it.
Yeah, this is where like Strom Thurmond and Steny Hoyer were at. Here, you name some.
I don't know any.
Exactly.
All right. Should we end it?
Oh, yeah. No, we're just getting going.
Well, we got another episode that's coming out tomorrow as well. We recorded one before this. That one's very funny, so make sure you check that out. Thank you guys all for listening. We appreciate you very much. We will see you next week.
Thanks for 100K.
Thank you. Goodbye. Happy New Year. And have a good January 6th as well. We will be off during that time.